So I have been procrastinating for the last 3 months on making more YouTube videos. This is the first quarter of 2026, and I feel like it's just been a blur. A lot has happened. We relocated from Live Oak. We live not more in centralized area of San Antonio. I don't even know. I call it centralized because I'm like 30 minutes from every direction if I were to go any direction. So building furniture, getting situated, we're about 80% done. And today I had a listing to go shoot. So I was like, I'm gonna pick up my camera and record a vlog just to bring you guys along with me today. And I wanna see what is on the other side of hitting record. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, and I feel like that's what I've been doing for the last 5 years as a creative, in my creative journey. I've listened to a lot of self-development, self-growth, business, tech, and also strategy for YouTube, social media, and everything that comes along with social media world. But I've always used it for my clients and never for myself. I always put myself in the back burner, if you will, and always gave advice, suggestions to all my clients, but not necessarily implemented those tips, advice, suggestions to myself and to building my personal brand. And so I feel like I'm in an interesting position right now this year where I can implement all those strategies, techniques, advice, suggestions into building my own brand. Every now and then I would do like short form videos, short form content, and just to showcase what I'm doing and potentially land more clients and work like that. And prior, I was an in-house creative director for a brokerage out here in San Antonio. And I've since moved on. Now I'm currently a freelance, pretty much running my own thing and still applying for in-house positions because at the end of the day, I am already living my dream. And what I mean by that is when I first started my creative journey, my whole thing was if I can make a living, make an earning, make an impact with my camera and my gear, my equipment that I already had or have, that to me was my ultimate goal. I've had previous jobs, multiple jobs in the past, but never as fulfilling, and I was never happy at them until I started making an income with my camera and my gear. And so I've always said that everything else was a plus. If I were to make a career and an income with what I love and my passion, everything else will be a plus. Now, with that being said, I also want to mention that I feel like I got roped into the whole entrepreneurship, hustle culture very heavily in the beginning to now where I'm older now with my daughters, my wife. I know what it takes to continue that path, and I don't necessarily want to pursue it the wrong way, if that makes sense. I don't want to dive in so deep where I get lost and completely forget about, my family. So if you are a creative starting your creative journey, just keep in mind that there's other people involved. If you are a family man, speaking for myself and other dads, husbands out there who want to be present with their family, is just keep in mind that you're not alone doing everything. So right now I'm going to get my coffee. So let's go ahead and do that. Yes. So I went with a mocha this morning. I always debate whether I'm going to get a hot or iced. It is 61 degrees right now, according to the car. It's not cold. It's not hot. It feels a little bit humid, but it's still fresh enough to get me a hot drink, a hot coffee. I'm more of like, depends on the temperature. I like both. I like hot and cold. I either get vanilla lattes. I get a white chocolate mocha is my go-to. But it's always like, do I feel like it's hot enough to get an ice, or is it cold enough to get hot? And this morning I stepped out and I'm like, it doesn't feel as hot yet because the summer is coming, well, spring, but I feel out here in Texas, I feel like it's either hot or just freezing when it's like a cold front, and the rest of the time it's hot and humid, at least for me. and I don't like it. I went with a hot mocha this morning with a soft top, and I got it with a soft top because I know that I think they just pour it over so it's colder, and therefore the coffee is not going to be as hot when I take a sip. But that's just my preference. This is a sticker that I got. It was sticker day today at Dutch Bros. It's a pretty cool sticker. Probably give it to my daughters. They always like the stickers when I get home with something for them. So, but I got my hot mocha. Take a first sip. Hopefully I don't burn my mouth. It's really good. So I made it to the property. This is the property here. I'm gonna be filming, photographing, 3D tour. And the first thing that I do when I come to the properties is check that I can get access to and that it's empty. I go inside and prep it. And I'm gonna do that right now. So I just got the key from the lockbox, but I noticed that I had to step on some mulch. So I'm gonna go back to my car and get some booties that I have in there because it's a nice property. Don't know what it looks like inside. I don't know what it looks like on the inside, but I don't wanna mess it up having footprints and mud, and it's been raining for the last couple of days, so I don't want any mud, rain, water in there. So let's get these booties on. Got the booties. I remember when I first got my DJI Osmo Pocket 3, I believe last year. I want to say I did get it last year or the year before. I don't even remember when I got it, but I guess the message of this video is do not procrastinate. Don't wait to do it later when you can do it now. When I got this camera, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, I got it with the intent of creating more content, making more videos, you know, starting my YouTube channel or starting to post more often. And I felt like that didn't happen. I felt like I just kept pushing it back and back and okay, well, maybe when I get this, or maybe when I start getting this, or when I start doing that, when I get more time, when I create more time to do this, when I have the availability. And to be honest, that never happened. So in the beginning of this year, I told myself that I was gonna stop waiting and start doing. So this is me starting to do and take action because there's always gonna be something. And don't wait. I feel like I'm out of breath just walking up and down this freaking driveway. But don't wait for the right time because there's no such thing as a right time is what I've come to learn. I'm in my mid-30s and I'm getting to that point where that saying, oh, they're old, they're never gonna change, or he's old, they don't care. I feel like I'm slowly getting into that period of my time where I'm in my mid-30s and I really don't care. I feel like high school is over. Gary Vee says that. I don't feel like it is over, high school's over, and that whole caring too much about what people say, it's slowly getting behind me. And it's been a struggle to get here because doing this is cringe, especially when you have little to no views, but everybody starts at the bottom, everybody starts at zero, everybody starts at the beginning, and it's the progress where you make and start to feel and see the difference. So I'm gonna go in here and start photographing this home. Hello, hello, photographer. Let's go ahead and put on these booties. All right, so it looks like it's been, let me adjust this. Cool, so we do have light. Whoa, the sun came out pretty. Also, I need a haircut. Okay, so the lights did come off. Let's go around and turn on all these lights. See if I can get lights to everything here. I don't want to turn this one off because this one has plastic. I don't want to get it hot and melt or anything like that. So I'm gonna leave that one off. So the home is prepped. I went ahead and turned on all the lights, picked up any trash that was on the floor, removed the plastic covers that were on the chandeliers with the realtor's permission, of course, because I didn't like the way it looked. And she said, just go ahead and take them off, so I did. So now it's ready for photo, video, and 3D tour. And if you just came across this video, my name is Sam. I am a photographer, videographer, visual storyteller out here in San Antonio, available for travel as well. And I specialize in showcasing properties for realtors, brokers. I want to get into the hospitality space with Airbnbs and hotels. And I'll be dropping some links below on some of the equipment and gear that I use to do what I do. Now, they are affiliate links. If you want to support the channel and this journey, I really appreciate that. And my last message to you is do not procrastinate this year. Do not let it go to waste. It is not too late to start. If you have the knowledge, the skills, and the tools available to you, just start. For me, it's hitting record and documenting this journey on YouTube. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys on the next one.